follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Work is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The stands are starting to file in, folks, here at the MDU Resources Community Bowl in the capital city of Bismarck as we get set for Friday night football under the lights. Here in Bismarck in a ranked matchup as traveling across state again are the Shanley Deacons, undefeated, number 4 in the state, and they will square off tonight against the homestanding Bismarck Demons. Both teams undefeated. Bismarck 2-0 in the season, number 3 in the state. So, what a night. Homecoming evening for the Demons. You'll get a chance to see the Demonuts later on. You'll have the Hall of Fame inductions, and should be a doggone good football game tonight between the Deacons and the Demons. Hi again, football fans. Todd Domries welcoming you to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. 25 years the Lundin's been taking care of people, and it's local. It actually matters. Mention this ad, and you get the oil change and a stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Minot and Bismarck. All right, let's just jump right in. What a night of football on the PSP network tonight. Across the state, we have ranked matchups abound. West Fargo is in the Magic City to take on Minot High tonight. That's an 8 o'clock start. Shanley here to take on Bismarck at the Community Bowl across town. Davies and Legacy right now, a little bit of a lightning delay. We're only about 5 miles away from the Community Bowl to Legacy, but they had some lightning up on the northeast part of town. They're in a little bit of a delay. That was supposed to be a 6:30 p.m. start. Red River and Minot North in a huge double-A game. And that one you'll catch right here on the PSP network as well. And Bodno and Velvadrake, Animus Garrison, and a high-profile single-A game. Man, you want number 1 versus number 2s, number 3s versus number 4s ranked matchup. Just keep it locked and loaded tonight on the PSP network. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook, Instagram, and X to find out the latest happenings here on the PSP network. Bismarck High has been impressive. Their defense has been stout. They won at West Fargo 13-12 to start the season. Before then, downing Fargo North last week at the Sanford Complex 17-7. So Bismarck High 2-0 coming into this tilt against Shanley, and the Shanley Deacons, man, for a team that went 3-7 a year ago, they are making up for what they thought was a wronged season a year later, as Shanley off to a great start. 20-13 victory in the opener against Century, and Shanley last week defeating Mandan 27-9. So back-to-back trips across the state to come into Bismarck Mandan for these Shanley Deacons. All right, fans, so much more to come. We'll talk about the coaches. We'll talk about the matchups. We'll get to our keys to the game. We'll bring you the 3A football standings, the poll from earlier this week, and we'll get set for kickoff tonight on a cloudy and been a few raindrops here and there, but so far it's holding off. Pretty nice night for football. Temperatures in the mid-70s, a little bit of a muggy night, but should be good for both teams tonight. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show for this time out on the PSP Network.
That your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
Team and Nation will be rocking tonight on homecoming night here at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. You get a look there. It's head man for the Bismarck Demons, Mark Gibson, 27-year head coach for the Bismarck Demons. The Demon alumni, played football for Bob Feeney back in 1984 on their state championship team. Went down and coached in Arizona for a few years before coming back to his alma mater, and boy, has he had some success. 221 victories against 69 defeats, a 76% winning clip. Coach Gibson has won 6 state titles, been runner-up 6 times, and man, he had that look in his eye tonight. I was down talking to him earlier tonight as the old bear had that look as he gets his team fired up, and it's a good team that Coach Gibson brings back that went 7-3 2 years ago, 8-3 last year after a winless campaign in 2022. The Demons back into the state semifinals a year ago, and he's got his entire offensive line back. And if you know Coach Gibson, that's how he likes to play football. A little smash mouth, get dirty, get in the trenches, get a tight end block, and get a fullback involved in the mix. And the Demons' defense has been stout as well. How about the bands tonight on homecoming nights? Not a battle of the bands night, but you got that Demon band pumping out music on a nice night from the MDU Resources Community Bowl here in Bismarck. All right, let's take a look at those latest 3A football standings tonight, brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. Fargo-Davies, your #1 team in the state, leading the way in the EDC. They're undefeated, along with Shanley, is also 2-0. Horace, Fargo North, Cheyenne, and West Fargo rounding out the EDC standings right now. Then in the West, you've got Legacy, Bismarck undefeated, Mandan, Minot, Century, and Williston still looking for that elusive first victory of the campaign. As an oddity tonight, and it's ironic that all those undefeated teams that you see are all playing tonight. Fargo-Davies at Legacy to take on the Sabres, and here Bismarck High and Shanley squaring off in what should be quite a night across 3A football in the state. And here's that latest 3A football poll by the sports writers and sportscasters across the state. Davies, Legacy, Bismarck, and Shanley all undefeated, and they're all playing tonight. Here we got 3 versus 4, Crosstown 1 versus 2. It's still early, as Cheyenne, your #5 team in the state right now. There's your 3A weekly media poll brought to you tonight by Sport Clips, where you can get their MVP haircut experience. All right, so much more to come. We'll get to the keys to the game. We'll get a profile of the Shanley Deacons when we come back. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. 25 years the Lundins taking care of people. Local actually matters at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you get an oil change in 15 minutes or less. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Shanley and Bismarck, the Demons and the Deacons, coming up after this break on the PSP Network.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Somebody's going to go 3-0 in overall play, as we're still in the non-conference portion of the season for this week plus one more. Then these respective EDC and WDA teams will get into their conference schedule, but somebody's going to go to 3-0 tonight. Somebody will fall to 2-1. Should be a good one here on the PSP Network as we get set for football from the capital city. Man, we have a awesome stable of talent here on the PSP Network tonight helping me out. Got Aaron Wald, John Haugen producing, running the cameras for us, along with Harper Miller, Amber Vetter sponsoring, and also spotting for us tonight. Is got the whole team together. Hey, there you get a look at Mike Dodge, one of our favorite PA guys. He's got this line that he says in the basketball season: "It's time to meet and greet your Bismarck Demons." All right, fans, now it's time for your keys to the game. As always tonight, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. For all your furnace and AC needs, call Dylan, 222-2155. Northern Plains Heating and Air, keys to the game. It's a bit of a revenge tour this year for these Shanley Deacons, as the WDA was not kind to Shanley last year. They lost to Mandan twice, Minot, Legacy, and Bismarck High throughout the course of the season. And thus far this season, Shanley's taken care of a couple of those teams, defeating Century and Mandan, and now they get a chance tonight to take care of the Bismarck Demons. And next week, Shanley will have another WDA team, Minot, at home for their homecoming game. So a little bit of a revenge tour here for the Shanley Deacons, and they didn't like it in the opening round of the playoffs last year, 3A quarterfinals, November 1st last fall, right here at the Bismarck Community Bowl. Bismarck put one on Shanley, 42-7, and Bismarck swept Shanley last year. But this is an all-time series. I had to look back, and I'm like, these two teams have only played. This is the 11th all-time meeting between Shanley and Bismarck High. Seems like they would have played much more than that, but Shanley has a lead over Bismarck High, 6 wins to 4, and this is the 11th all-time win, or the all-time meeting. And if you're wondering how many teams the Bismarck Demons have losing records against, 2. West Fargo Cheyenne and Fargo Shanley. Those are the only teams in the state of North Dakota the Bismarck Demons have a losing all-time record against. And so I know that that's one of those things that's on Coach Mark Gibson's whiteboard in his office at Bismarck High School. All right, fans, your key to the game tonight for the Bismarck Demons: complementary football. Because Bismarck tonight is going to be the team that is not going to be chucking it around the football field like the Shanley Deacons do. They throw it all over the place, Shanley does. They're got extended handoffs. It'll be 40-plus passes tonight for Jax Mattern, Perkarovich, Kraft, Holcraft, Zabel, you name it. Mitchell, they got receivers, running backs, talented kids, and a good front line, and so they'll pass it all over the field. Bismarck wants to play complementary football tonight. Their defense has been awesome. Well, one of the reasons the defense has been awesome is their offense has been primarily run-orientated as they're breaking in Hayden Bonley as his quarterback position. He's his first-year starter here as a junior, taking over for Grady Swanson. And so the Demons want to play complementary football tonight, run the football, ground and pound it, run the clock, and keep that football away from the Shanley Deacons tonight. All right. Just waiting for head coach Troy Mattern to make his way back on the sidelines for the Shanley Deacons. Want to profile him for just a second, as there's your Northern Plains Heating and Air. Keys to the game tonight: get ready for winter. The winter months ahead at Northern Plains. New installations, upgrades, your furnace and AC needs. Call Dylan today, 222-2155 at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Yeah, there we found head coach Troy Mattern. There he comes. As we talked about Coach Gibson. Coach Mattern, the EDC Coach of the Year in 2012, 13, 18, 23. Talk about an all-time record in his 9th season coaching here, 63 and 23. So Coach Gibson up winning over 75% of his games, as is Coach Mattern. It's been quarterback U for Coach Mattern at Shanley High School, and most recently after Rossberg was chucking it around for the Deacons, you had Cooper Mattern, his son, and now he's got his other son, Jax Mattern, throwing it around the field, and Jack's going to be taking his football talents to Concordia, just like older brother Cooper. So, yeah, one of our favorite coaches to deal with, just like Coach Gibson, Coach Mattern, the younger brother of head coach Darren Mattern, the Century High School basketball coach. But, yeah, Coach Mattern has obviously still won a few state titles as well for the Shanley Deacons. So, yeah, good coaching matchup tonight as well. And, the Shanley Deacons, we kind of talked about this for a second, but this spread offense that they run, they have mastered this thing. They only punted the football 2 times last year. I mean, when you get a quarterback that's talented, you get running backs and receivers and speed and a good O-line up front, it'll be fun to watch tonight for the Deacons from Fargo Shanley. All right, fans, one more break. We'll come back, Honor America, with the playing of our national anthem. The Demons about ready to barge onto the field, and here they come on homecoming nights. That gets me hyped for football right there. Team comes out of the fog in front of their home crowd and getting it fired up tonight. Plant the flag at midfield. All right, fans, we'll come back with the national anthem, and we'll get this party started. The lineups and the kickoff from the Community Bowl tonight. Shanley and Bismarck after this timeout on the PSP Network. Here we go. Kemple, the scoop. No, he went up and got it.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account,
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals.
Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Going through some final announcements here as we get set for the national anthem, as we always do here on the PSP Network. Want to honor America, honor those men and women who serve our great country, honor that flag of our country, which is standing at half-mast tonight. And in just a second here, we'll have the playing of our national anthem here on the PSP Network tonight. A nice rendition there of our national anthem tonight, sung and beautifully done there. Reese Deaver, senior at Bismarck High School tonight, providing you our national anthem, and we salute the great flag of our nation tonight. All right, fans, let's talk about these starting lineups. First off, for the Shanley Deacons and their 9th-year head coach, Troy Mattern. They'll go like this, as they'll have the football first, offensively up front. Left tackle, Sean Cotterba, 235-pound senior. Nick Anderson's your left guard. He's 275 and a senior. Liam Miller will be the center tonight, 200-pound junior. C.J. Johnson, the right guard, 280 and a senior. Josiah Novotny Leno is a 220-pound senior right tackle. And then you got running backs, receivers, and more running backs and receivers. Jacob Perkarovich, 190-pound sophomore. Man, you remember that name. His older brother Isaac, a good player. His dad, a standout for the University of North Dakota back in the day. Kai Zabel, Perkarovich, 190-pound sophomore, by the way. Kai Zabel, a junior receiver at 165. Luke Mataberg, a 205-pound senior, is another wide receiver. John Eaton, another 180-pound senior as a receiver. Michael Holcraft, you'll talk about and hear about him tonight as a receiver position, 170-pound junior. Jake Kraft, 190-pound senior. And your tailback predominantly tonight will be Landon Mitchell, the 200-pound senior. Derek Bain will also get some snaps at the tailback position. And your junior quarterback, Jax Mattern, to a nice start in the season, 45 of 71 for 464 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception for the junior Jax Mattern. There's your Fargo Shanley offensive unit tonight, again for head coach Troy Mattern. All right, we'll continue on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes. Stay in your car. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Tell you about that Demon defense, which has been stout. They've only given up 9.5 points per game. Demons have given up 19 points in 2 games, and they have been good. They've bent a little bit, but haven't broken. Here's their starting lineup up front for Mark Gibson. Julian West, the defensive end, 225-pound senior. Kobe St. Aubin, the 260-pound senior nose guard. Charlie Long is your 210-pound senior defensive end. In their 3-4 lineup, you get these 4 linebackers. Drew Taylor, the 165-pound senior outside backer, along with Caden Sather, the 165-pound junior outside backer. Jonas Kraus, 195-pound senior middle backer. And Elijah Heupel is a senior inside linebacker. Then your secondary, your corners, Garrett Randolph, the 160-pound junior, along with Najee Boyd, the 160-pound junior corner. And your safeties, two speed burners back there. Brennan Greff, 175-pound senior, and Weston Scott, the 175-pound junior. There's your Demon defense. They've given up just 65 yards of passing on average for their first 2 games, and they will be challenged tonight in that secondary tonight for the Bismarck Demons, as Shanley will chuck it up. As mentioned, they'll throw about 40 times a night. They pass it for about 240 yards a game. Demons only giving up 65 yards a game defensively. That'll be one of the keys to the game as well. All right, while we have a quick second, let's talk about our schedule next week. Man, you talk about jam-packed weeks in the PSP Network. Volleyball on Tuesday night, a quadruple header. 2 more volleyball games on Thursday, along with a football matchup, Hart River at Trinity. And how about another 5-pack of football for you next Friday, as we'll be back at the Community Bowl for West Fargo and Century next Friday night, along with a couple other keynote matchups there up in the Magic City. And we'll take the show on the road for Minot and Shanley next week from Fargo. All right, thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. And we'll navigate over to live game action here as we get set for our opening kickoff tonight. Boy, talk about styles making fights. I think that was Floyd Mayweather Jr. that made that statement popular, but you couldn't have 2 more distinctly different styles tonight, offensively at least. Coach Gibson likes those tight ends, likes a fullback. You won't see a tight end or a fullback at all for the Shanley Deacons this evening. As the Deacons are going to send back Will Ness along with Landon Howe. No, check that. That's Kai Zabel back there. Deep to receive. Kicking off for the Bismarck Demons tonight. Always going to like it when you got number 99 out there kicking. Drew Haberlock, your junior. And I was miscalculating a little bit on the temperature. It's 88 degrees, 84. It feels like 88. Humid night, 60% humidity, a light breeze out of the east. That'll be at the back of the Demons kicker. Haberlock has it set up on the tee. Official is just about ready to put this baby into play. And we are underway on homecoming night for the Demons. A low end-over-end kick. And that's going to be picked up by an up man. And about a 5, 6, maybe a 7-yard return there for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. That was Jacob Perkarovich. He's smacked down there by Garrett Randolph for Bismarck High School on special teams. All right, so there's that Shanley offense. Jax Mattern, your quarterback. Mitchell and Bame, the tailbacks. And then a host of wide receivers in this spread formation. You won't see Mattern go under center, maybe, but ever. 1st and 10 for Shanley from their own 32-yard line. Demons net 3-4 defensive set. Got Mitchell beside him, and Mattern right on cue is going to throw one down the near sidelines. Got his man. Zabel caught it at the 42, right at the sticks. He gets belted down there by the outside backer, Drew Taylor. But a quick start here for Fargo Shanley. Mattern throws a dart, completion of 10 to Zabel, and Shanley right back at the line of scrimmage. Twins left, Twins right. 1st and 10 from the 42. They run this out of their offense off their wristbands predominantly. And the snap is back. Quick hitter, left side. Perkarovich trying to spin away, but he can't as he is hogtied at the 45 by Najee Boyd. It's going to be a completion of 3. 2 for 2 for Jax Mattern. Perkarovich, the leading receiver thus far. He's got 14, now 15 catches for Fargo Shanley. Gain of 3 makes it 2nd down and 7. As Zabel goes in motion, they fake it to him. Straight ahead running. There goes Mitchell. He gets north and south. He's into Demons territory. He's cut down at the 49-yard line by Drew Taylor. And that's going to be a gain of 4. First rush of the night, Landon Mitchell. That's going to set up 2nd down and a long 2, or maybe a short check that 3rd down. Mattern will motion Zabel. This time they'll hand it off to a little jet sweep action, and he is at the sticks, and he falls ahead. No, he's going to be marked down short. Maybe a gain of 1 for Zabel. Maybe free safety Weston Scott up there to make the stick for the Demons. And Shanley, they don't punt, so they will go for it here on 4th and 1 from the Demon 48-yard line. They got to get to the Demons 47. Mattern out of the gun. Mitchell beside him, and he will keep it. Mattern now he throws it late. Perkarovich has it and a 1st down. How about that little decision there as Caden Sather has the tackle for the Demons, but that's a gain of 5 on a little RPO action there. Mattern has the 1st down. Perkarovich has got his 2nd catch of the drive. Back to pass Mattern. Flips it into the flat, but that is too tall for John Easton. First incompletion of the evening. And you don't get too many chances to take a breath when this Fargo Shanley offense is out there. We can tell you tonight's game brought to you by Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Opening drive of the game. Shanley has marched it to the Demons 43. And they'll give it off straight ahead. There goes Mitchell like a battering ram to the 40. Now down to the 35. Give him 7. Elijah Heupel with the stick there for the Demons, but that's a quick 7. Couple good running plays for Mitchell. He's got 2 carries for 11 yards. 3rd down and 3. Manageable down and distance here for Shanley because you know they're going to go for it. As they split out Kraft wide to the right, Zabel in the slot. Perkarovich gets a block out there. Now he turns it up. Flag is down. And so is Perkarovich at the 26-yard line. But I think this is going to be a block in the back, maybe a hold, as Charlie Long, tracing the play down from behind, has the tackle. And Ron Horner and our officiating crew will tell us. Going to get holding tonight. Your first penalty of the night on Fargo Shanley. That'll set them back 10. Now we mentioned Ron Horner. He's your white hat tonight. Michael Casey, your umpire. Gene Anderson, your line judge. Cody Clark, your headline judge. And Mitch Wardzinski is your back judge tonight. 2nd and 12, Mattern looking right into the flat. Got it. Nice play. Nice sliding grab there for Kai Zabel. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. Watch this grab by Zabel here. It's a little out pattern. Yeah, nice catch. Zabel has it. It sets up short yardage. 9-yard gain, and it's 4th and 2. They motion Zabel, and now they'll all turn over and find out what Coach Mattern, the offensive coordinator, wants to do here, as they're going to bunch it up on the right. 4th and 3 to be exact. Twins left, trips to the right. Mattern with an empty backfield behind him, and you're going to get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. FIBT, a full-service, family-owned independent community bank built on the bond between employees and customers, founded in 1910, serving rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. 4th and 3 coming up for the Deacons when we come back. Scoreless here, first quarter between the Demons and the Deacons.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to their original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
Oh, the Demon Nation is here loud and proud tonight. He's cheering on that Demon defense right here on a 4th down and 3, already the 9th play of the drive for Shanley as they have marched it to the Demon 35-yard line. Zabel will motion. They fake it to him straight ahead. Mitchell has a first down and more. He's galloping to the 25, and he's caught at the 20. Finally marked down at the 15. That is a 20-yard gain before a touchdown-saving tackle by Garrett Randall for the Demons. Mitchell now 3 carries for 31 yards already, and into the ServPro red zone goes Shanley. Looking left, and a sliding grab made again. Perkarovich, a lot of space out there given by Najee Boyd, and he has a completed pass down to the 8-yard line and give him 7. Mattern now 6 of 7 for 34 yards. Perkarovich has got 3 of those grabs this evening. Zabel in motion again, and they'll hand it off to him. Little jet sweep. Got a couple blockers out there. Oh, what a stick. As he is dropped down by Brennan Greff. He came flying in from his free safety position as it looked like Zabel was going to get more, but he only picks up a gain of 1. Another 3rd down here in the ServPro red zone. 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians, advanced technology at ServPro. 3rd and 1 from the Demon 5. And they give it to Mitchell, dancing, and then big Kobe St. Aubin got a hold of him, and he, however, picks up a first down. Mitchell gets a couple, and boy, this is where the Demon defense has gotten stingy in their first 2 games. They have bent a lot, but they haven't broken too much. But Shanley, with an impressive opening drive here, has marched it all the way to the Demon 4-yard line. They got it 1st and goal from there. Jax Mattern out of the gun. Snap is back. Play action. They fake it to Mitchell, and you're going to get a penalty there on Fargo Shanley. They were able to overcome a holding call earlier. And they get a false start there. Whistled on them, and they'll take them back to the 9. BNC Bank scoreboard, the Deacons have held the football here for half of the first quarter. Down to 7 minutes to play in a scoreless first quarter, opening drive of the game. First and goal now from the 9. Zabel in motion. Mitchell dissecting that defense. He's cut down inside the 5. Markham down at the 1. Weston Scott put a helmet on him, but man, that inside running play, that zone read has been good tonight for Shanley. As Landon Mitchell gains 8. And now Jax Mattern tries to follow Mitchell. He does. He's in. Touchdown. What an opening drive there for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. Jax Mattern rushes it in on a 1-yard TD scamper. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. We were wondering if he was going to give it off to Mitchell again. He didn't. Good block on the left side of that line there by Cotterba and Anderson. And now Perkarovich will come out and attempt the extra point. But first, another penalty here on Shanley. Fourteen-play scoring drive there for the Fargo Shanley Deacons. They went 68 yards to get on the scoreboard here as Perkarovich now with a 25-yard extra point, and he drills it right through for Perkarovich. And how about that opening drive statement here by Fargo Shanley as they lead 7-zip on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 6:29 to play in our first quarter. You got a touchdown timeout here on the PSP Network.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Team plays 68 yards from that Deacon scoring drive, culminated by a 1-yard TD plunge by Jax Mattern. It's his second rushing touchdown of the season. And Fargo Shanley jumps up on top. 7-zip as they ate up 7 minutes and 31 seconds. Make it 8 minutes and 31 seconds of the first quarter. Bismarck High. Couple receivers back as Perkarovich, kick returners back that is, as Perkarovich puts a boot into it. Going to be a side-winding end-over-end kick that'll sail into the Demon bench, as they didn't give a couple of Demon guys back there deep to receive that. Braxton Duchuk was back to return. Now here's your Demon offense tonight. As up front, you're going to have Van Geiger, Andrew Skorheim, Jaden Saylor, Caden Heupel, and Bryce Pennington. Your tight end is Parker Gabriel, Brennan Greff, and Weston Scott, your split end and flanker. Hayden Bonley, the junior quarterback, and your fullback is the senior Kyle Schlobaum, and Deegan Stottinger, your starting tailback tonight for Bismarck High School. Shanley's defense will look like this up front. Cotterba, Carlquist, Anderson, Josiah, Novotny, Leno, Perkarovich, Mitchell, Hanson, and Eaton, your linebackers. Jake Kraft and Landon Howe, your corners. And Michael Holcraft, your free safety, as Shanley will play a 4-4 defense. As here's Hayden Bonley, your first-year junior starting quarterback, 1st and 10, as they'll hand it off. No play action. Bonley looking for his tight end, Gabriel. They got him. 45-50, and a big play for the Demons to get things started. John Eaton has the tackle, but that's a nice little play-action play to get your QB going. Hayden Bonley hits Parker Gabriel, and that is a quick, I didn't do some quick math here. That's a 16-yard gain on first down, and Bismarck High in business. They move it quickly into Shanley territory. Gabriel, big tight end. Oh, what a target for him. 6'3", 215 pounds, senior tight end. As now Bonley's going to step back and go into the gun. And Bonley's going to keep it off the left side and he's to the second level. Inside the 40, Bonley gashes it down to the 38-yard line. Perkarovich puts a stick on him there, but not until Hayden Bonley picks up 7. Both teams, I would say their offensive units would be happy. The first few plays for Shanley productive, first few plays for the Demons productive tonight. Here's an eye backfield. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and there goes Schlobaum. Oh, check that. That was Stottinger lined up in the. That was actually Landon Mitchell and Carlquist on the stick. I'm actually going to say that wasn't Stottinger. That was Schlobaum, I believe. And we'll give him 2 on his first toe of the night. And Shanley converted a couple third downs on their opening drive. And the Demons are going to bring out a little full house offset eye backfield here. Bonley with 3 guys behind him, and they'll play some power football. And they'll have a first down. And it's coming in there to run that football is Carter Petron. Yep, picks up 3. Perkarovich with another tackle, but the Demons have themselves a first down as they marched it to the Shanley 34-yard line. Hey fans, tonight's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Best pizza on the planet. They've been doing it for 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region. Call them now at 701-852-1700. There goes Petron. Oh, and he has got the motor going. Right down Broadway, all the way down to the 20. Give him 14 yards. For he is finally hog-tied by Michael Holcraft, your free safety. Carter Petron, they don't list him as a starting tailback for Bismarck High School, but he's got 15 carries in game 1 and 15 carries in game 2, so they don't start him, but he has been a workhorse for the Demons. And into the Serve Pro red zone goes Bismarck High School, trying to answer that scoring drive for Shanley. And they motion from right to left. Bonley back in play action. Has to step up, flushed out of the pocket. Oh, drops it into the flat. He's got his man. Weston Scott makes a man miss. Touchdown! How about the play by Bonley? He slipped through the defense, kept his eyes and focus downfield, and found Weston Scott for 6. Ryan Family Dealership replay. Oh, I hit the wrong button, but we still have that replay. We will come back with that in just a second. And you're going to see a great play there by Hayden Bonley. Snap is back on the extra points. Swinging his leg through was Haberlock. And just like that, we are tied at 7 after a 20-yard pitch and catch. Bonley hits Scott, and new score from the Community Bowl, 7-7 with 4:06 to play in your first quarter. This is 3A football on the PSP Network.
Relax, spas, etc. Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance hot tubs, and Michael Phelps swim spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Haberlock with a squib kick. Picked up by an up man. Looked like that was Jake Kraft there. Got a couple yards in the return. And we mentioned that replay. Here it is of that touchdown grab just a moment ago. Stepping up in the pocket here was Bonley. Wow, how about that? Just kept his eyes up. Found his favorite receiver, Weston Scott. How about that little move at the end there for Weston Scott to punch it in, and the Demons, nice scoring drive for them. Bonnelly goes 3 for 3 on the drive, 46 yards and a TD. And Weston Scott has his second touchdown of the season. Quick hitter to Perkarovich, dancing down the Demons sideline. He's got a couple. Going to be marked out of bounds at the 46. Give him 5. Might have been Najee Boyd pushing him out of bounds there. Well, you don't have a chance to mark down too many stats or do a whole lot of color commentaries. They're going to go to Perkarovich again, and he squirts down the sideline again. Finally going to be marked out at the 46. So that's 10 more as Caden Sather pushes him out there. So Perkarovich picks up a couple, 5 yards on first down, and then he picks up 10 more on second down. And they're going to go to it again. Why not? Flag is down, however. Perkarovich twisted down. It's already 8 completed passes tonight for Jack Smattern. Going to be a procedure penalty, however, against Fargo Shanley. So far, that hasn't slowed him down too much. Going to be the 4th penalty of the evening on Shanley already. 2 5-yarders, 2 procedure penalties, and a hold. Actually, 3 procedure penalties, I beg your pardon. And the Demons are going to move him back. Advanced today's game also brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Contact them today. Find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, Western Minnesota since 1938, committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. That is Farstead Oil. Hey, get your Pigskin preview today, too, thanks to United Printing for their continued support of the PSP Network. Love that. PSP Pigskin Preview Magazine. Flipping it out to John Eaton as he got decked. Got a couple yards, then he paid for it as it was Drew Taylor and Heupel coming in there and laying a stick on him. And Eaton, he is hurting as he comes off. Completed pass is going to pick up 4 yards, but John Eaton, he's a tough kid. He's a hockey player, but he goes right to the bench. He's getting some attention over here on the near sideline. As the completed pass sets up 2nd down and 11 from the Demon 46. Handoff, Mitchell. No, he is grabbed. Julian West. Sling him down for no gain, maybe even a loss of a couple. They tried this again after the first series had so much success for Mitchell. West that time, oh, he latched onto him and wouldn't let him go on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. 3rd down and 13. And they throw a little screen pass. Mitchell's got it. He's got a convoy. Turns it up at the 40. He's hit down. No, he springs off of that, and he's got a 1st down. Elijah Heupel will finally get the tackle, but that's a good second effort there by Mitchell. And that is going to pick up 17 yards on the gain. And Shanley is moving again. I wonder if this is going to be a defensive struggle tonight. Looks like it might be an offensive explosion tonight as Mitchell carries it up the middle for a couple. Caden Sather smacks him down there. Quick hitter. This time, Fargo Shanley slings it out to Landon Howe. He grabs it and gains 4. Owen Gasper has the stick. You're going to get some new bodies out here now for this Demon defense. Shanley plays this tempo explicitly to wear you out. Howe has his first grab, and it's 1st and 10. Right at the 20 for the Serve Pro red zone. And, you know, Shanley, the only thing that's stymied him even a little bit here is 5 penalties here in the first quarter with 1:53 left in a fast-moving first quarter. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, we're tied at 7. BNC Bank, with locations across North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona, provide you with banking and wealth management service for your business and family. You can find them online at bnc.bank. Zabel the motion man, they fake it to him. Now they look deep. Down the sideline, jump ball, how? No, knocked away. Najee Boyd tipped it away from the big Howe, and that was close to 6. Big 6'1" receiver. Howe went up to grab it, but Najee Boyd stuck his mitt in there. Just the second incompletion for Jax Mattern, who's thrown 13 passes here in the first quarter. He might chuck that baby up 60 times tonight at this rate. Second down and 15. Mattern play action. RPO, Perkarabich touched the sideline. Knocked out of bounds by Sather, but it's a gain of 4. Sather has that hit. Perkarabich has another catch. Third down and 10. Shanley with 1:36 to play in the first quarter into the Serve Pro red zone. Twins left, Twins right. Mattern this time rolling to his right. Now he steps in the pocket, looks deep, comes back over the middle, and does he throw an interception? No! Weston Scott picked it off, but he was on the end line of the goal. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that. That was close. I don't know where Mattern was going with that football. He threw it late over the middle. Weston Scott, the closest guy there, but he had his feet on the end line. Oh, man. Well, now it's 4th and 10. This is the longest Shanley has taken in between plays, and there's a reason for it. They had to get organized. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout. You can find them online at FIBT.com. First International Bank and Trust been doing it since 1910, serving rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. 4th down attempt for the Deacons. When we come back, we're tied at 7. First quarter action here from the Community Bowl in Bismarck.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
I kind of had a feeling this game would be low scoring when we came into it. That both the defenses for these two teams have been pretty good, but man, both offenses have come out here clicking. See what Shanley can do here on a 4th and 10. Snap is back. Pump fake. Double move. Now Mattern flushed out of the pocket. Can he get away? Back at the 42-yard line. He chucks it up, and that is going to be knocked down. Tipping it away for the Demons there was Garrett Randolph. It falls incomplete, and that Demon defense, as Kobe St. Aubin was putting the pressure on, the Demon defense bends, but they do not break. And on downs, Shanley will give it back to Bismarck High School. Shanley with another 10-plus play drive, but this one comes up dry. Bismarck High School takes over 1st and 10. From their own 20-yard line. Bonley with an eye backfield behind him goes play action. Looking deep on the backside, and he overshoots his man. Looking for Deegan Stottinger. Landon Howe step for step with him. And Bonley's first incompletion of the night. Penalty flag is down. In the Demon backfield, this one usually is in the position of a hold. We'll see. Oh, no. Roughing the passer. Whistled against Fargo Shanley. 6 penalties here in the first quarter. Jax Mattern's thrown 15 passes, and Shanley's been penalized 6 times. Strange things are afoot at the MDU Resources Community Bowl tonight. 15-yard penalty will move it all the way out to Shanley's, or the Demons' own 36-yard line. Najee Bloyd, the one receiver out to the left. And they hand it off, and there goes Stottinger. Pinballs off of a man as he gets past the 40. Mark him down at the 44-yard line is Will Ness there to put a lick on him. Good gains for the Demons. I'd say both teams have exhibited the ability to move the football here in the first quarter. Clock drips down to 44 seconds to play in said first quarter. Demons have it 2nd and 2. Motion from right to left. And a handoff. Stottinger! Oh, here comes Landon Mitchell along with Wesley Sweat Jr. Wesley, the West Fargo transfer, got there at the same time as Landon Mitchell. He's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch this. Ooh, get rid of a tackle. Oh, make a hit, young man. That guy's a highlight reel waiting to happen. That's a good football name, too. Wesley Sweat Jr. Started last week, just getting them into football shape as Bismarck High gonna let that first quarter clock expire, and a good one brewing here from the Community Bowl tonight in Bismarck. Quarter break at the end of 1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. We're tied at 7 between Bismarck and Shanley.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you?
Big play here for the Demons. 3rd down and 5. Oh, they snapped it and it hit Weston Scott. The Demons lucky to fall on it as just a mistimed motion there. As falling on it for the Demons was Sather. Perkarabich there to pin him down, but now it's 4th and 4. And it looks like Bismarck High School is going to have to punt the football away. Demons got a first down via penalty, but now they'll have to give the football back to Shanley Deacons. They'll send back Kai Zabel and also Will Ness to receive the punt. Back into punt formation for Bismarck High is Cole Lardy. He'll be standing at his 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 43. And looks like the play clock has expired, so this could be a delay of game. Yep. Bismarck High has just been whistled for their first penalty of the night. Stay tuned at halftime. You get the Demons homecoming celebration tonight. As the snap is back, punt is away. Oh, it's not a good one. She's going straight sideways, and it goes out of bounds. And that is going to be a net, let's see exactly where they mark it. The 40, that's a 5-yard punt. Uh-oh, that just gives Fargo Shanley great field position. As they were trying to get a low one into the wind, as it's still a right to left wind here from our vantage point, which would be at the backs right now of Fargo Shanley here in quarter number 2. Well, the Demons go 3 and out. They got a first down via the penalty, and now they turn it over. And in plus territory, here comes the Deacons. Mattern out of the gun. He'll motion Zabel and hand it off to him. There he goes, trying to turn the corner. Weston Scott grabs him and drops him down. Good play in space there by your free safety. Another penalty flag is down on the perimeter. I think that's going to be a hold on Shanley. Yep. And if it is, that is already the 7th penalty here, and we've played a minute and 13 seconds here in the second quarter. That's a lot. That's sometimes a game worth. That will not make Coach Mattern very happy. We'll set him back 10, 1st and 20. Mattern's got it. Snap is back. Looking into the flat in front of the Deacon bench. Caught there by Perkarovich. He's smacked down by Garrett Randolph. He's been on a number of hits today, the 160-pound junior corner. But Shanley gets a completed pass of 8. I'll make it 7. Perkarovich already got 6 catches for 35 yards. He'd be doing good in a PPR right now. This time they fake it to Zabel, and there's your backup tailback, Derek Bain. And the battering ram runs it straight ahead into Demons territory. He was already in Demons territory, I beg your pardon, as Weston Scott in the second level. Your safety has to make a tackle for Bismarck. As Derek Bain gets a lot of rushes, receptions for Shanley. Will spell Landon Mitchell about every 3rd series or so. They fake it to him. Now they throw it down the sideline. Perkarovich, almost came up with a one-handed grab. He is tangled up out there with Garrett Randolph. Good coverage there by the Demons. Mattern now 13 of 17 on the evening for 85 yards. And he's got a touchdown run, does the Concordia Cobber commit, Jax Mattern. 4th down, guess what? Shanley's going for it. Twins left, twins right. 4th and 7. Mattern fires it, picked off. And there go the Demons. Down the sideline. Yes. Pass was intercepted there by Declan Sims. Penalty flag is down, but the Demons have just forced a 4th down turnover. Let's get you a Ryan dealership replay. I don't think Jax Mattern saw him. Watch Sims from his outside backer position. Yep, stepped right in front of Perkarovich. He said, you know what? You've been throwing that out so many times here that I'm going to jump it. The Demons get called for, I didn't see the official indication if it was a block in the back or a clip on the return, but the penalty is going to be post-interception, I believe, and so.
After the interception,
yep.
We got holding on the Demons. It's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be their ball.
Yep. So post-interception, the Sims interception will stand. First turnover of the game. Mattern is picked. And Bismarck High just got whistled for their 2nd penalty of the night. But the Demons, after turning it over on downs a moment ago, will take over. 1st and 10, and they're going to back it all the way up to the Demons' 24-yard. That's a big penalty because Bismarck would have had that thing at about the 30, maybe the 25-yard line, but instead they're backed all the way up at their 24. Staudinger dots an I formation with a wing to the left, slot and a flanker out to the left as well. And they'll hand it off. Staudinger stutter steps in the hole, doesn't get much. Maybe a yard as that thing was plugged up pretty good there by Sean Cotterba. Your left defensive end for that Shanley Deacon defense. Staudinger 3 carries, now 5 yards here in the first half. I can tell you today's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. In the Marketplace Foods Plaza, they're there for all your packing and shipping needs. 2nd down and 10 after no gain for Staudinger. Demons will motion Weston Scott, and Bonley's back to throw it. Looking, got his man. There comes Scott. Oh, what a burst. And he's into the 2nd level for a 1st down. Will Ness will finally track him down, but that was a quickness you don't often see as Weston Scott turns an innocent-looking play into a 26-yard gallop for a 1st down. I like the activity here for Hayden Bonley as well. He's now 4 for 5 throwing the football. 72 yards for him. 54 of them to Weston Scott, who's got 2 grabs, including a touchdown on the opening drive for the Demons, who have it 1st and 10 from midfield. Scott in motion, and a handoff as Petron. Check that, 26 and not 16. Stottinger is going to be dropped down there by Carlquist and Cotterba. But Stottinger picks up 4. Sets up 2nd down and 6 with 8:30 and counting to play here in a fast-moving first half. Minor stay tuned at halftime. We mentioned the Demonuts, but you also got one of PSP's very own getting inducted into the Bismarck Hall of Fame tonight, none other than Chuck Claremont. Get to recognize him as Bonley goes play action. He's under duress, but he's got a man. There's Najee Boyd at the 20. Cuts back at the 10, and he's finally knocked down inside the 5-yard line by Will Ness. But the Demons hit a big one. A 40-yard gain on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. It looked like Shanley had a chance to get to Bonley here, but he got rid of it. And how about the strike there to Najee Boyd, and there he went. I thought he was going to be able to cut back and get in the end zone, but that's a good play there by Ness to get him to the ground, but not until the Demons move it into the Serve Pro red zone. Najee Boyd with a 40-yard grab, and here comes Bismarck High School. Petron will dot the I. A full house, I beg your pardon. And they'll give it off to him, off left tackle, surging for the goal line. Touchdown! Carter Petron punches it in from 1 yard out, and the Demons take a lead tonight. Their first lead of the contest. Petron, boy, got in behind those 2 big linemen on that left side. Squirts through a small hole there. Got behind Skorheim and Geiger. Had that jumbo package in there as well. Extra point is up and good for Drew Haberlock. Bismarck High gets a turnover, and they turn it into points, and the Demons take a lead. 14-7. Bismarck High on top. BNC Bank scoreboard, 7:47 to play, and this is a touchdown timeout here with 7:47 left in the first half.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Mountain State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to...
Interrupts down for they serve. As she gets pushed to the ground.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Mountain State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. So if we can make an impact in that community, we will.
Perkarovich returns the ensuing kickoff. We got caught in a longish ad right there. Apologize for that, but Bismarck High might have had too many men on the field, but pass is thrown, and yeah, as Bismarck High is going to have too many men on the field. I guess they're going to stop that. Yeah, illegal substitution. Bismarck will be penalized 5 for their 3rd penalty of the contest. Bismarck, with a scoring drive, culminated after the Najee Boyd 40-yard reception And a 1-yard touchdown run for Petron is, oh, there goes right down Broadway. Landon Mitchell. Slicing and dicing. Elijah Heupel finally brings him down, but Mitchell picks up a quick 15. Not 15. Make it 13. Perkarovich has another grab as Alex Zerr catches on to him. Landon Mitchell gains 13 in that previous play. He's got 46 yards rushing here in the first half, and he gets it again, straight up the middle. Good blocking. And a nice alleyway to run through there for Landon Mitchell, and he's got a first down before Drew Taylor jackknifes him down. Perkarovich already got 7 catches here in the first half. Mattern's thrown it 19, now 20 times here as there's Perkarovich again, his 8th grab. Caught it at the 28, slammed out of bounds at the 25. It was Drew Taylor and Elijah Heupel again in the vicinity. Give him 6 more. 15 of 20 for Jax Mattern here in the first half. Perkarovich 8 catches for 45 yards. And there goes that man again. Twisting and turning and driving and pulling people into the secondary goes Landon Mitchell. And a penalty flag flies in as Deegan Staudinger, it might be a face mask here against the Demons. Yep. We're going to add on some more yardage here. How about this little answer drive brewing here for Fargo Shanley? Got a good return of the kickoff, which we apologize again, you missed that as we were caught in a commercial break there. As Perkarovich with a good kickoff return out to the 40, and since then, been a couple good runs for Landon Mitchell. Another penalty here on the Demons. And Fargo Shanley into the Serve Pro red zone, looking for a touchdown to tie this baby up with 6:15 to play in the first half. Twins left, Twins right. Mattern's going to keep it, and he gets devoured. Got to the 5, maybe a yard before Owen Gasper put the clamps on him there. Said, you know what, Mattern, you ran it in your yard for a touchdown earlier. Not this time. 2nd down and goal. Demon defense looking to stiffen. Mattern, quick hitter. Lob, corner, end zone, incomplete. Perkarovich posting up there against Garrett Randolph. Mattern's 21st pass here, the first half, falls incomplete. It's pretty good defense coverage there by Randolph. He's getting a lot of looks here at Jacob Perkarovich. 3rd down and goal, still from the 5-yard line. Mitchell flanking Mattern. Here comes Zabel in motion. Mitchell has it, and he is hogtied at the 4. Kobe St. Aubin, the big 260-pound senior nose guard, grabbed onto him. Give Mitchell 1, and this is a big play. 5:20 and counting to play in the first half. Shanley has it 4th and goal from the 4. Mattern with the clap goes to the long count, tried to draw Bismarck high offside. They didn't bite. Shanley reorganizes. Demons now crowding the line of scrimmage. Twins left, Twins right. They motion Mitchell. Quick hitter to him on the perimeter, and he is going to get in. Nice design. Shanley got to the perimeter. It looks like Bismarck High had a convoy coming, but Mitchell has his first touchdown of the year. And we're an extra point from tying this baby up. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. This is just good design here. You get trips out to the left. You get a couple pulling guards. Mitchell gets a great block on the perimeter there by Zabel, and he dances in. Perkarovich also out there blocking. Extra point for Jacob Perkarovich is through. And we have a tie ball game here with 4:57 to play in our first half. 14-14, Bismarck and Shanley doing battle here in the capital city with 4:57 to play in our first half.
Partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
In front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Jack Smattern has a 4-yard touchdown pass to Landon Meyer on 4th down to tie this baby up. 14-14 as Perkarovich has the ensuing kickoff. Going to send it on a bounce, and it's going to be picked up there by Braxton Duchuk. Oh, nice move. Slips through the first wave, but then he's belted down at the 32-yard line. Well, that's not Carter Petron, unless he changed numbers to be 28. It's Braxton Duchuk. On the return, how about this game? 14-14 here in quarter number 2. Bismarck High has gotten touchdowns from Weston Scott and a 20-yard catch from Hayden Bonley. Got a 1-yard touchdown run for Carter Petron. Shanley has answered with a 1-yard TD run by Jack Smattern and a 4-yard TD throw from Mattern to Mitchell. All 4 extra points good, and here we go. Demons will give it off, and there goes Carter Petron. The senior off right guard picks up 4. Sean Cotterbaugh lassos him there. As Carter Petron now 4 carries, 22 yards and a touchdown here in the first half as he will dot an I formation again. Najee Boyd wide to the right, Weston Scott in the slot. Bonley ducks under center and they'll give it out. There goes Petron again. Oh, he's got a hole. Oh, one guy away from breaking it as he's knocked down at the 48-yard line. That last line of defense there was Michael Holcraft and Will Ness. But Carter Petron will gallop out there for 11. That was a touchdown-saving tackle there by Michael Holcraft as Petron was just getting the Jets going. First and 10 Demons from their own 48. Steady dose of Carter Petron. This time pretty good job by that Shanley defense. Gets a yard as Cotterbaugh in there with another stick. Nick Anderson loses the lid. He has to come out for a play. Going to be spelled by big C.J. Johnson. Petron gains a yard, and it sets up 2nd down and 9. Clock drips under 3:20 to play in our first half. Stay tuned at halftime. Our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show comes up in 3 minutes and change. And the Demons are going to have a false start. Well, the first quarter, it was all penalties for Shanley. They've cleaned that up a little bit here in the second quarter, and now the Demons have been whistled for 4 penalties here in quarter number 2. I'll get you an MVP scoreboard update. You can see that score feed scrolling across the bottom of your live stream screen here from statewide scores across the state. Of course, you got Davies and Legacy, West Fargo and Minot. Triple header of 3A football tonight here on the PSP Network. where we like to promote local athletes. 2nd and 15. Demons motion Scott. And they'll hand it off to a little pop pass. Got some blockers. Bangs his way into Shanley territories. He's knocked down at the 48-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Landon Mitchell. But gives Scott 6. It's a completed pass there for Bondley, who's now 6 of 7. Weston Scott's got 3 grabs for 60 yards and a touchdown here in the first half. Clock stops at 3:02. Demons down to 15 on the play clock as Coach Gibson is just kind of holding Najee Boyd beside him there as you get the Shanley faithful. Yeah, it looks like Coach Gibson's going to ask for and want and receive a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. FIBT.com brings you this timeout. Full service, family owned independent community bank. That's First International Bank and Trust bringing you this timeout on the PSP network. 14-14 with 3:03 to play in our first half. The Demons and the Deacons doing battle here in a non-conference 3A football matchup in the capital city.
And engineers at Ackerman Esfold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esfold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Third down and 8 for Bismarck High School. Twins to the right, Bondley out of the gun. He's got his snap back, rolling out to the right, sets up in the pocket, backside screen. Oh, they got it set up, and there goes Staudinger to the 40. 35, spinning at the 30, and he's finally dropped down at the 24. Big play, 29-yard, excellent setup on the backside screen. Will Ness has the tackle, but Bondley sold that one nicely. 25-yard gain for the Demons. Staudinger has the grab, and Bismarck High School in business. Nearing the Serve Pro red zone. Bondley now, by the way, 7 of 8 for 93 yards in the first half and a touchdown. Clock down to 2:30 by the time the Demons snap it, and they give it off to Staudinger, and he's enveloped. Did the football come out? Oh, no single yet. Shanley looking like they have a fumble recovery. The Zebras have not conferred yet. Yes, they did. Sean Cotterber had the hit. Staudinger coughed it up. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. This will be an interesting one. Staudinger got twisted down at the end of this. Cotterber got him, and then there was a mad gash for the football. Yeah, you could see. Watch the very end of this. It kind of squirted ahead. Yeah, there goes the football. Yep. Looked like Brock Carlquist had the fumble recovery, so the first turnover here in the first half is a fumble. Carlquist with the fumble recovery, and the Demons turn it over. 1st and 10. Shanley has Mattern back to pass. Got time. Fires it over the middle. Slingshot is caught. Zabel catches it at the 30. Falls ahead to the 32 before Drew Taylor grabs him by an ankle. .13-yard pickup as Mattern's up to 107 yards. Now they'll hand it off. Oh, and tattooed in the backfield. Derek Bame just got introduced to big Kobe St. Aubin and also Julian West in the vicinity. Bame loses a couple. Zabel in motion on 2nd down and 12. Minute and a half to play. Perkarovich, they leave him in space. Oh, good tackle in space. Coming up to make that hit was Drew Taylor. Perkarovich picks up 4. Garrett Randolph there to mop him up at the tail end of that as well. Perkarovich, that's his 9th catch here in the first half. They flip it on a little screen. They got it set up. There goes Landon Mitchell. Got a block on the edge, and he's going to have a first down. Slips out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 10-yard gain. Weston Scott pushes him out of bounds there. But a new set of downs with an even 60 seconds to play here in the first half for Shanley. 19 of 25 for Jax Mattern for 122 yards here in the first half. 19 completed passes for 122 yards. Mattern looking over the middle. He's got Easton. Nice play. In the Demons territory, Easton hogtied and swarmed down, but a 15-yard gain. Owen Gasper with the stick for the Demons. John Easton picks up 15. Shanley right back at it. Oh, nice touch pass. Was that Easton again? Yep. Easton has another first down of 11. Garrett Randolph with another stick. Shanley's moving. And you're going to get a timeout. Bismarck High wants to talk it over, get that defense organized as Shanley has smartly moved it down the field here. Completions on this drive alone for Mattern of 13, 5, 10, 15, and 11 yards on this drive as Jax Mattern has thrown it, folks, 27 times here in the first half. And with a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field, we'll break. 14-14, Shanley looking for more here late in the first half.
Plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, there you get the Hall of Fame inductees lining up over there. None other than our colleague, Chuck Claremont. 1st and 10, Shanley, a little trickaroo. Flag is down. Zabel gets a block, but he can't get away from the second guy as Randolph has another stick for Bismarck High School. And a busy first half for our officiating crew tonight. Is what are you going to get here? Coach Mattern out there with his arms jaunted upwards. And legal motion is going to be whistled against Fargo Shanley. That's almost a bingo. 8 penalties in the first half for Shanley. Get you all the numbers here in just a moment on our Moonlight's Home Repair halftime improvement or halftime show. And with 27 seconds to play in the first half, Shanley is backed up to their 29-yard line. Mattern has the snap back. Play action. Throwing it to Perkarovich. Did he tip that to himself? How about that grab? Perkarovich nabs it out of midair. Garrett Randolph on the coverage. And here comes Shanley. 1st and goal. Same play as he scored a touchdown on a moment ago. They get it out in space to Mitchell. No, he's marked down. And now the clock will roll, but Shanley's going to call timeout with 8 seconds to play. Brennan Greff and Garrett Randolph. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. How about this grab by Jacob Perkarovich? From the 29-yard line, they go deep. Watch this one hand. Oh, that's as good as a grab as you'll see right there, folks. Oh, by the way, Perkarovich just caught his 10th ball here in the first half. 10 catches for 78 yards. Mattern has now thrown it 29 times in the first half, and Shanley, with 9 seconds to play, has it second down and goal from the 1. Let's go back to that Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch this grab at the end of this for Perkarovich. This is outstanding on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Find them online at driveryan.com. Tip it to yourself, young man. Well, I think if you're Shanley, you still have a timeout remaining. Nope, they just burned their final timeout. So this has got to be a pass here. And now what are the Demons? Bismarck High has just burnt their final timeouts. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, that's those dots underneath each team's name. That's the timeouts remaining, as Bismarck High has just expended their final one here. It's the First International Bank and Trust timeout. Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. They've been doing it since 1910. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank. That's First International Bank and Trust. We got the kids out playing on the grassy knoll tonight here at the Bismarck Community Bowl. Stay tuned at halftime. It's always entertaining to see the Demonuts out there. Get the Hall of Fame crew tonight for Bismarck High School. Inducted into the Hall of Fame. Rear Admiral Charles Moses, Mark Lowe Murray, Joan Canole, and Chuck Claremont be your Hall of Fame inductees, the 2025 class, the BHS Hall of Fame. Now with no timeouts left here, it's second and goal. Zabel motions, Mattern's gonna run it, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Shanley. They'll take a lead with 6 seconds to play in the first half. Jax Mattern with his second 1-yard touchdown run of the night. It's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Boy, that's just good blocking on the left side of that line as they fake it to Zabel. And they get a lead block there from Mitchell, and Mattern wasn't touched until he got into the goal. Perkarovich on for the extra point. Mattern has the hold. Snap is up. Kick is partially blocked, but it goes through. It's been that kind of half for Fargo Shanley. They score with under 10 seconds to play in the first half, and Shanley has taken a touchdown lead here, 21-14. Keep it right here, as we'll tell you in just a few minutes. It'll be your Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Your home renovation specialists in the Magic City have been putting off that basement, kitchen, bathroom, or interior renovation. Now's the time to book your free estimate with MHI, Moonlight Home Improvement. Mention the PSP network and get up to 10% off your project invoice. Call Drew now, 701-721-4612, or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. Now Fargo Shanley takes that turnover, the fumble by Stottinger, and they march it down the field 80 yards for a end of the first half TD here. A little momentum swing on the side of the Deacons is what has been a really good first half. Perkarovich with his hand up probably will squib kick this thing. Yep. The bouncing kick. Randolph going backwards. And he's going to be dropped down at the 30-yard line, and that'll be the final play in our first 24 minutes of football. Stay tuned. Your Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show comes up next. At the break, it is number 4, Shanley, 21. Number 3, Bismarck High, 14. And our halftime activities come up next here on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by
We're back in our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Shanley leading 21-14. We'll get back to those ads in just a second, but right now, being introduced on the field as part of homecoming night here at Bismarck High School is your 2025 Hall of Fame class for the Demons. Rear Admiral Charles Moses, distinguished naval career, service on battleships, cruisers, and destroyers. Promoted to Rear Admiral and retired in 1956, Charles Moses served on President Eisenhower's inaugural detail. Passed away in 1985, is buried at the U.S. Naval Academy. That's Charles Moses. Mark Lomurray is inducted into the Hall of Fame for Bismarck High School, a BHS class of 1972, 50 years working with youth and families. And Joan Canole, just saw her come out. 1984 graduate of Bismarck High School, standout three-sport athlete, excelling in cross-country basketball and track, 5 times cross-country champion for the Demons, and proud class of 1985, our PSP colleague, Chuck Claremont, standout athlete for the Demons, where he earned 9 varsity letters in football, basketball, and track. 2-time All-State football player. He helped the Demons to the 1984 state championship and the North Dakota Athlete of the Year in 1985 in the state of North Dakota. Chuck's in the finance, accounting career before transitioning into nonprofit leadership. You get a good look at Big Red right there. Congratulations, Chuck, and the Claremont family. His wife Lisa out there. And, yeah, that's cool stuff. Chuck's going to be having knee surgery here in just a little bit. Looked pretty good tonight. Dapper out there. Congratulations, Chuck, inducted into the Bismarck High School Hall of Fame. All right, well, they're going to get the Demon Nuts organized here. Oh, yeah. So we'll keep it right here. This is always a fan favorite. Just like the Mentanas is for Century, the Demon Nuts will put on what is sure to be a show. Words cannot describe what you're seeing right now, folks. And everybody who's been to a Demon homecoming knows exactly what is about to transpire. I might have to get the binoculars out here a little bit just so I can break down what's going on. They got the midriff shirts on. Yep. You got some yellow neon glitter. I think they got ladies' tops on for the 6 young men out there who are making their school proud tonight. Yeah, they're not going to get any grief from their friends and the classmates on Monday, I can tell you that much. Or tonight later at the homecoming dance. Yeah. We're closest to the Shanley sideline, and they're even out there clapping and laughing away. Oh, yeah, now it's going to start getting good. That was just the warm-up. Oh, yeah. How do you describe this? This is where Chuck Claremont gets paid the big bucks to be a color commentator for the Demon Nuts. We'll just let you listen to Katy Perry a little bit and enjoy. Uh-oh. Oh, nice move. Like that. This will be the first in the history of the PSP network. We're going to get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay of the run-through by the Bismarck Demon Nuts. That is awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't make this up. We're just going to let it go. It's a long routine this year, too, for the Demonuts. They are overachievers. Hey, you know what? While the Demonuts are concluding this, we'll tell you about the Demon Homecoming Court tonight. Jillian Qualley will be escorted by Grady Christensen. Jordan Rude will be escorted by Brennan Greff. Opal Sorensen will be escorted by Tristan Schultz. Shea Wegge will be escorted by Deegan Stottinger. And your queen and king tonight, the Demons Homecoming Court of 2025. Grace Ellertson will be escorted by, she's the queen, will be escorted by the king, Peyton Weiss. Congratulations to the Demons 2025 Homecoming Court. I'm estimating that they told the Shanley Deacons that the Demon Nuts were going to put on a 12-minute performance tonight. Kind of like the Super Bowl when Beyonce comes out, they're going to give them extra time to make sure they can showcase their moves. These guys must be all on the state championship cross-country runners because they're not even breathing hard. All right.
Performing next are the Bismarck High School Demonettes. The Demonettes
Oh.
are in their 63rd year as the originators
Okay.
of halftime entertainment in North Dakota.
Our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show thankfully rolls on. Shanley leading Bismarck 21-14 here at the break.
Is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Back in your Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show as Bismarck is trailing Shanley right now. The Deacons leading 21-14. Late touchdown run by Jax Mattern with just 6 seconds left in the first half. Propels Shanley that 7-point lead. We'll get to the Moonlight Home Improvement numbers in just a second. Moonlight Home Improvement, your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. Been putting off that basement, kitchen, bathroom, or interior renovation? Now's the time to book your free estimate with MHI. Mention the PSP Network, get up to 10% off on your project's invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612 or head to MoonlightHomeImprovement.com. Thanks to our new halftime sponsor, Moonlight Home Improvement in the Magic City. All right, your MHI halftime numbers look like this. Shanley, they ran it 16 times for 55 yards. Jax Mattern, 23 of 29 for 176. 231 yards of total offense in the first half for Fargo Shanley. The only blemish for the Deacons in that first half was 8 penalties they were whistled for. Landon Mitchell ran it 9 times for 47 yards to lead the way. Jax Mattern with 2 touchdowns rushing. Mattern, as mentioned, threw it 29 times, completing 23 for 176 yards. He was picked off once by Sims of the Demons and Jacob Perkarovich. 10 grabs for 78 yards in the first half. All right, for the Bismarck Demons, 12 rushes for 52 yards in the first half. Bonnley was 7 of 8 throwing the football for 93 yards, 145 yards of total offense for the Demons. Led on the ground by Carter Petron. 6 carries for 34 yards. He also had a touchdown run. Hayden Bonnley had a great first half. 7 of 8 throwing the football. And he was 93 yards, including a touchdown to Weston Scott, who led the receiving corps with 3 grabs for 60 yards in the first half. Demons punted once, penalized 4 times, and they turned it over once. A late fumble that turned into that final touchdown for Fargo Shanley. All right, we'll keep an eye on the sky here. It's got some lightning and some potential weather moving in, but we'll keep you updated on that as our Magic Home Improvement halftime show comes to a conclusion here. Bismarck on the tail end of it, Shanley leading 21-14. And let's just give you a quick look at the schedule upcoming next week on the PSP Network. Large week. 4 volleyball games on Tuesday night. Century and Legacy will be a good one. You got the conclusion of the summer swing, prime time on Wednesday night on the PSP Network, volleyball and football on Thursday. And a 5-pack, a quadruple header of football for you on Friday nights. Next week here in the capital city, we'll have West Fargo and Century. There's your schedule on the PSP Network. Be sure to like and follow us. Social media platforms of Facebook, Twitter, and X. Find all the latest on the PSP Network where we like to promote local athletes. Second half comes up next. Again, our thanks to Moonlight Home Improvement for bringing you our halftime numbers and entertainment today. The Demonuts did a great job once again. Shanley leading 21-14 here at the break.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well. and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
At Bismarck High, we'll have the football as we welcome you back to our second half. Again, thanks to Moonlight Home Improvement, bringing our halftime activities. A squib kick by Perkarovich, picked up by Staudinger. He is swarmed under, and here we go. Oh, it's Petron, I guess. I've been 16 and 26 mixed up most of the night, but Bismarck High, Staudinger with 4 carries for 9 yards. Bondley, 1 rush for 7 yards. Schlobaum, a carry for a couple yards. Bondley was a story in the first half, 7 of 8 for 93 yards. As the Demons punted it just once, they turned it over once. 145 yards of total offense in the first 24 for the Demons, who have it 1st and 10. Wind slightly at their back here in the third quarter. They'll motion Weston Scott and they go play action. Flag is down. They throw it on a little backside delay. There goes Scott down the sideline. He is explosive, but a flag is down. I wonder if Weston Scott might have been kind of itching towards the line of scrimmage when he was the motion man. Yep, I think that's going to come back as Michael Holcraft with a touchdown saving tackle. And I was reading that Coach Gibson said that Weston Scott might be one of the most explosive receivers he's ever had. And yep, that's going to be a procedure penalty on the Demons, and that one hurts. Negates a 30-plus yard pitch and catch. And I think that was actually the motion man was Scott, and he was just ever so slightly inching towards the line of scrimmage when he came to the end of that short side motion. You see Century leading West Fargo Cheyenne 14-7 on your score feed in the bottom of that screen. As the Demons are set back 5 on their 5th penalty of the night. H back to the left, receiver to the left is Najee Boyd. And they'll hand it off. Petron, he is ridden down after a couple yards. Sean Cotterba. That guy's has been in a lot of sticks tonight for Shanley. 230-pound defensive end, 2-way starter for Shanley. Petron picks up a couple, give him 3. It's contrasting styles here. The Demons take their time coming out of the huddle. They break that huddle with 15 seconds or so as Greff is a receiver to the left. Scott, the wide out to the right. Looks like he's manned up there. As Bondley is back to pass. Looks on a slant. Oh, nice grab. Greff got postalized. Michael Holcraft just laid the lumber to him. Nice grab by Greff. Watch this on the slant. Bondley had to get through that linebacker. Oh, and then Holcraft came up and had a form tackle of all form tackles. Bondley with the completion. Bismarck High picks up 5 on Brennan Greff's first catch of the night. It's no such thing as a big play, only in the early stages of the third quarter, but the Demons facing a 3rd and a long 4 And they'll send out a little bubble screen to Najee Boyd. He got one block, but was looking for another as Landon Howell comes up, trips him up from his corner position for a short gain of 2. And decision time now for Coach Gibson. Looks like the Demons aren't sending out the punting unit. Well, maybe that's why their first punt only went 5 yards. Demons are going to roll the dice here. Down by 7 early in the third quarter. Bonley is going to go play action. And that is tipped. Somebody got a piece of it. John Eaton. And the Demons are going to come up dry. They went to that backside drag again, looking for Weston Scott. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Bismarck High went to the play action. Bonley looked like he had Scott coming open. Yeah, good call. Amber Vetter on the spots. John Eaton with the tip away for Fargo Shanley. He was one of those underside linebackers in coverage. And Shanley now takes over in plus territory as they stop the Demons on down. 1st and 10 for Shanley from the 44. Well, there goes Jacob Pergorovich. He's going to have a couple yards on his 11th grab of the game. Jack Smattern threw it 29 times. That was his 30th pass right there. He's completed 24 of 30. Pergorovich with his 11th grab now for 80 yards. Handoff, Zabel sprinting down the far sideline, close to first down yardage. Slammed out of bounds by Weston Scott. Zabel's going to pick up 6. Yeah, Pergorovich, 11 catches for 80 yards tonight. That is a lot of work. Shanley now facing a 3rd down and a long 2 from the Demon 35-yard line. Twins to either side. Mitchell flanking Mattern. They'll motion Zabel. Fake it to him. Mitchell's got a 1st down and more. Gets through one ankle tackle, and he lumbers his way down to the 21. 14-yard gallop before Brennan Graff and Drew Taylor jackknife him down. That is the second big run of the night for Landon Mitchell. Had a 20-yarder in the first half, and that was 14 more. For Mitchell, the senior 200-pounder. Nearing the Serve Pro red zone is Shanley. Short motion to the left. Another flag is down. Mattern using hand signals. Finally launches it, and that's going to be well out of bounds. And now let's sort this out. Another flag is down as Bame's going to come in here and replace Landon Mitchell. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 9th penalty of the evening on Fargo Shanley, if it's accepted. Yeah, they will accept the penalty. Illegal formation, not enough guys in the line of scrimmage for Shanley. Or too many guys, take your pick. Demons on the incomplete pass elect to push Shanley back 5, and it's 1st and 15. Couple receivers left and right. Bame will have it on a little swing pass. An extended run. Oh, Bame got hit hard, but he's got good yardage. Coming in there was Elijah Heupel, and he hit him hard at the 20. That's 7 yards, though. A little pitch and catch there from Mattern. To Derek Bame, who's got his first catch of the night. 185 yards passing now for Jax Mattern, and now into the Serve Pro red zone goes Shanley. 2nd down and 8. Fake to Bame. Oh, slingshot over the middle. Caught. Touchdown! Kai Zabel on time from Jax Mattern. And Shanley an extra point away from doubling up Bismarck High. Boy, they dink and dunk, and then they hit you over the top. Watch this Ryan Family Dealership replay. This was a dime here for Jax Mattern. Play action to Bame and a dart right between 2 defenders. Nice play. And now a high snap. Jax Modern is going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and that is no good. And first blemish on the extra points tonight for Shanley. But the Deacons put up 6 more and a touchdown timeout with 7:47 to play in the third quarter, I beg your pardon. It is now Shanley 27 and Bismarck 14.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Kai Zabel just got his first touchdown grab of the season. Jax Mattern got his second touchdown pass of the evening. Hit Landon Mitchell early in that first half. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns as well for Jax Mattern. As Bismarck High going to have that return out to the 32-yard line. Duchuk on the kickoff return. And he's going to be hit down there by Charlie Snyder for Shanley on special teams coverage. Well, now the Demons, they went for it on 4th down. Didn't get it as that pass to Weston Scott was tipped away. And Shanley made them pay. "19-yard TD pass from Mattern to Kai Zabel. And now let's see the Demons. Still plenty of time. They don't have to go exclusively to the pass here as they throw it deep over the middle. Weston Scott, tipped away. Will Ness had the play, and Weston Scott comes up a little hobbled there. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Scott had it in his hands. Watch this little nifty tip away by Ness. Man-to-man, yeah. Good stick into that hand at the last second there. Incomplete pass. It's the 3rd incompletion of the night for Bonley, who's now 9 of 12 for an even 100 yards. Petron, check that Stottinger, and he is smothered. Guess who? Sean Cotterba just introduced himself to Deegan Stottinger, and Uncle Mo has swung firmly into the side for the Shanley Deacons. Yeah, you can hear Shanley faithful on 3rd and 12 now. Yeah, and no Weston Scott out there to be found either. So Bonley without his favorite target. Motion from left to right. 3rd and 12. Bonley rolling right. Little wheel route, and it's caught. Down the sidelines goes the Demons, and they are loose. Bismarck High to the house. Isaiah Doctor with the house call. Oh. Ryan Family Dealership replay. Bonley just threw a 70-yard touchdown on a little out and up. Doctor got away from the defense, and there he went. My, oh my. Bonley for 70. First catch of the season for Isaiah Doctor, and now the extra point is true for Hammerlock. It's a pretty good time to grab your first catch of the season. Doctor for 70 and 6. And just like that, it's a 6-point game and a touchdown timeout here on the PSP Network. 6:42 to play third quarter. New score from the Community Bowl in Bismarck. Shanley's lead is trimmed to 27-21.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
You want to get your homecoming crowd fired up? How about a little 70-yard pitch and catch? Isaiah Doctor hauls it in from Bonnley. And now the ensuing kickoff will send Will Ness back to his 5, 10, 15. He's trampled down. And temporarily here, Uncle Mo, the special teams tackle there by Garrett Randolph. And also Braxton Duchuk. Yeah, and all of a sudden Uncle Mo is shifted a little bit back to the Demons. Hayden Bonnley now. 10 of 13 throwing the football tonight, 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hey fans, tonight's game also brought to you part by BSN. Call your Western North Dakota sales pros. Scott Woodmansey, Greg Foster, Naomi Erdahl, Nate Zachman, and sales manager Joe Cattell. 1st and 10 from the 15, and they'll hand it off. Landon Mitchell, nothing doing. Check that. Derek Bame is grabbed onto and slung down there by Jonas Kraus. And Bame has no gain. Numbers for Jax Mattern, 26 of 32, 204 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Also 2 rushing touchdowns tonight for Jax, who's back to pass on 2nd and 10. Looking deep down the right side, flag flies in. Mattern directing traffic like he's playing playground football, and he just dumps it into the flat. Derek Bame catches it there. Going to be no gain. Julian West on the pressure for Bismarck, and I think that's going to be a hold now. And that umpire, yep, going to be a hold. And penalty is going to be declined. Would have been the 10th accepted penalty of the Knights, but instead the Demons will take the incompletion, or they'll count the completed pass. No gain, however. Bame gets a catch, and it's 3rd and 10. Eaton has it, and he's sandwiched. At the 20, Drew Taylor, the first guy there to put a maroon hat on him for the Demons. And now will Shanley punt it. Leading by 6 midway through the 3rd quarter from their own 20-yard line. Shanley has it 4th and 6. And they don't punt very often, but this would be a punting situation. He might pooch kick this. Mattern will do it. Demons were ready for it as Weston Scott has it at midfield. And Weston Scott has a good return. And the Demons are in business at the 30-yard line. John Eaton with the tackle along with Derek Bame, and Bismarck High School down by 6. Trailing by 13 a couple moments ago. And now Bismarck in plus territory takes over at the Shanley 31-yard line. 27-21 your BNC Bank scoreboard, 5:19 to play in the 3rd quarter. Shanley by 6. Handoff. There goes Stottinger for 5. And I just noticed the Demons Yep, Holcraft on the stick. I beg your pardon. My eyes were deceiving me there. As Stottinger's got one of his best runs of the night. He started the game with a 6-yard run right away. 8-yard run. Now that's a 6-yarder. The Demons, 2nd and 4 from the Shanley 25. Play action. Bondley just tuck this one and run. Man, looks like he's got enough for a first down as he darts out of bounds. Mark him down at the 20. That's a gain of 5 before he's shoved out of bounds there by Will Ness. Bondley with the scramble for 5, and the Demons are into the Serve Pro red zone. Serve Pro, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water clamp and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Now the Demons will put an I backfield behind Bondley. H back to the right. He's in motion. That's Weston Scott. They'll hand it off. And there goes Stottinger. And another positive gain for Deegan Stottinger before Michael Holcraft, the free safety, and Will Ness. That's a couple guys in the secondary there making sticks. And Stottinger picks up 6. Back-to-back gains of 6 for Stottinger, who's now got 7 carries for 19 yards. Carter Petron leading Bismarck High's rushing attack tonight with 7 carries for 37 yards. And now you got Caden Sather as the tailback, and Bondley has it off of play action. Oh, and that's picked off. Tried to get it to Weston Scott. Sather threw a pick. Flag flies, and it's Jacob Perkarovich with the pick, and I don't know if Bondley ever saw him. We'll start out the penalty here, then we'll get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. I think this is going to be another post-interception penalty here, as a great grab there by Perkarovich. Yep. Blocking the back on Shanley. So that'll be half the distance, but the interception by Perkarovich will stand. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch Bondley rolling out to his right, looking backside to his tight end, and he threw it right to Jacob Perkarovich. Now Perkarovich, he not only has got 11 catches tonight on offense, he's now got a pick. Shanley denies that Demon drive into the red zone with 3:43 to play here in the third quarter. Wide side run. Little pop pass to Zabel. Oh, he got to the 10 and didn't go any farther. Weston Scott flying up from his free safety possession. It's actually a pass. Zabel gets credited for a 4-yard completion. Zabel's got his 4th catch of the night for 46 yards. Mattern now 29 of 36. Jack's throwing the football tonight for over 200 yards. He snaps his hand, snap his back. Wide side throw. Oh, best defense of the night there for Najee Boyd. Tipped it away from Jacob Perkarovich, who was looking for his 12th catch. That one's incomplete. And it sets up 3rd down and 6. Shanley with a couple receivers to each side from the right hash mark. 3rd and 6 from their own 11. Mattern's got it back. They set up a screen. Oh, the long arms of the law. Julian West, the big 6'5" frame, just batted it down. Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch Ed Too Tall Jones come in here. If you remember him, you're old. For the Dallas Cowboys, Ed Too Tall Jones made a habit of that, knocking passes down, and big 6'5" Julian West just knocked that one down for the Demons. Mattern with a better punt this time. Weston Scott, has to come up and make a tough, fair catch. But the Demons force back-to-back 3-and-outs here, and they have it from the 38-yard line. A moment ago, they took over at the 31-yard line before Bondley threw a pick. Shanley's turned it over once tonight. Mattern was intercepted by Declan Sims. And Bismarck High has turned it over twice. Staudinger fumble and a Bonnley interception. Demons take over, however, 1st and 10. And they're going to hand it off. Off the right side goes Caden Sather. Sather's got his first carry of the night. Give him 3 before he's pinned down there by Briggs Hansen. Briggs, the leading tackler for Fargo Shanley on the season. Bismarck High obviously knew that coming in. We haven't called Briggs' name a lot tonight. Demons been taking care of him. Making other guys rally to the football on 2nd and 7. The Demons have it from the Shanley 35-yard line. Bonnley back to pass. Got time. Oh, he throws another pick. And Wesley Sweat Jr. No, excuse me. And let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Alessandro Isaac picks it off, and he turns it into a good return, and Bismarck High School has turned it over again. Alessandro Isaac. And Shanley has turned over Bismarck High 3 times tonight. That was the thing on the stat sheet that I noticed about Bonnley coming in here is on the season he had 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Well, he's got 2 more touchdowns tonight, but he's got 2 more interceptions. And now Shanley's in business. 1st and 10 from the Demon 40. Thought I saw some movement up there. There's another RPO. Mattern flips it out to Perkarovich. And maybe grabbed onto first there by Brennan Greff. Perkarovich has 13 more. Wow, this guy just keeps piling up catches tonight. 12 catches for 93 yards now for Jacob Perkarovich. He's been Mattern's favorite target tonight and hasn't even been close. 230 yards passing as Mattern will throw it to him again. Perkarovich to the 15-yard line. Give him 12 more. Perkarovich up over 100 yards now on 13 catches. The only thing he hasn't done is score a touchdown tonight. Levi Elric pushes him out of bounds for Bismarck High School. Into the Serve Pro red zone goes Fargo Shanley with under 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Shanley leading by 6. Demons had 2 short fields looking to take a lead, couldn't do it. And now there goes that man. Landon Mitchell, like a freight train right between the tackles. He's knifed down at the 12 by Caden Sather. Charlie Long gets an assist. Man, that's going to be a 4-yard run there for Mitchell, who's up to 65 yards rushing. Serve Pro's got trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. They bring you our Serve Pro red zone every PSP network broadcast. Todd Domrey's alongside John Haugen, Aaron Wald. As Shanley will motion Zabel, they give it to him. He gets around Julian West, turns it north and south, and he's bottled up. Got to the 10, and that was it before West finally tracked him down from behind. They mark him down at the 11. Greff also there to mop it up as Zabel will get 1 yard. Well, Shanley runs a lot of plays. Mattern has thrown it 39 times. And they've got it 3rd down and goal. They get it out to a man on the boundary, and Mitchell, as a flag flies in, has a touchdown. Let's sort this out. Landon Mitchell, as Shanley scored on that play earlier. Oh, it's coming back. Another holding call? This one's tough as it's going to take points off the scoreboard as Shanley had that set up again, a little block in the back. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. They get those blockers out there in front of Landon Mitchell. They wedged it off. Flag came flying in late. Couldn't really pick it up on that Ryan Family Dealership replay, but that is the 11th penalty of the night. This one takes away 6. Shanley, 3rd down and 11 now. Backed all the way up to the 17-yard line. They run the same play. Mitchell squirts through. Touchdown! Shanley went back to the well. And from 18 yards out, Landon Mitchell punched it in. Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch this. Just the refusal to go down here for Mitchell. Yeah, there's a lot of duress, and 3-4 Demons got a hand on him, but boy, he was darting into the end zone. Jax Mattern just threw his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. He's got 260 yards passing this evening. And Shanley up by a dozen will go for 2. Mattern has it back. They'll hand it off. Nope, they'll fake it. Oh, and cut down. Zabel on a huge play there by Drew Taylor. Came in and spilled. Zabel, the 2-point conversion is no good, but Shanley puts up 6 more. Landon Mitchell's got his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Deacons lead by a dozen here with 1 minute to play in our 3rd quarter. This is 3A football on the PSP Network.
For a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Landon Mitchell has his 2nd touchdown grab of the night. This one from 18 yards out, and it gives Shanley a 12-point lead. Bismarck had the football inside the Shanley 40-yard line on back-to-back drives. Couldn't punch it in. Squib kick bounces away. Dutchuk had to fall on it. And he did smartly all the way back at the 24-yard line. There to pin him down was Charlie Snyder. Well, the Demons have had some answers. 70-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Doctor earlier here in the 3rd quarter. Gave some hope to the Demons sideline. Then the defense came up big. Back-to-back 3-and-outs, 4 short punts by Shanley. Only to have the Demons turn it over on back-to-back possessions. Bondley will motion Scott, and they'll hand it off. Staudinger tried to bounce it to the perimeter, turns on the jets and accelerates out to the 35, maybe the 37-yard line. Will Ness will push him out of bounds there. Staudinger, the track sprinter, showed that speed right there as Staudinger will gallop for 12. Clock stops with 49 seconds to play here in the 3rd on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley leading 33-21. Najee Boyd wide to the left. Bondley on a keep. He tries to get to the boundary, uses the stiff arm, and he's going to lose yardage. On the perimeter, Landon Howe just wouldn't let him get to the corner. Bondley's going to lose 5. Well, now you just got to wonder, is the confidence shaken here for Hayden Bondley? Had a great game going, 10 of 13 throwing the football, but his last 2 passes have been picked. Now 10 out of 15 for 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for your junior single caller here for the Demons. 2nd down and 15. Staudinger dots an I. Bismarck fakes it to him. Rolling out is Bonley. Now he will tuck and run. And he pirouettes away and spins off of a tackle there from Alessandro Isaac. Bonley will pick up 7 on the scrim. And it sets up 3rd down and long now for the Demons, and I wonder if Coach Gibson's going to let this expire here in the 3rd quarter, or if the Demons will snap it as the game clock down to 12, play clock at 20, so Bismarck does not have to snap it. It looks like with the wind pretty much died down here at the Community Bowl. It was a little brisker earlier, but we've reached the end of 3 quarters. Shanley leading 33-21 at the end of 3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 4th quarter comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
I got the whole team gathered tonight here on the PSP Network. Amber Vetter spotting for us tonight. Harper Miller filling in on the camera occasionally. John Haugen, Aaron Wald producing and run cameras for us. Todd Domry's with you as we start the 4th quarter of play. Shanley leading by 12. Bismarck High got to mount some offense here. They got a 3rd down and 8. Bonley rolling right. Looks backside screen. It's diagnosed nicely there by Shanley, but Bonley, oh, did he get a 1st down? He's short by a yard. Alessandro Isaac tripped him up as Bonley just about got a 1st down there as they went to that backside screen that they had great success with. But look at how much Shanley was on top of that. And then Bonley just starts scrambling around, running around like Kyler Murray out there, and he picks up 8. I picked him 7. It was 3rd and 8. Now it's 4th and 1. Bismarck High has got to go for it. Down by 12 here in the early portions of the 4th quarter. 10 on the play clock. Down to 3. Bonley dropped it, and then I think he got a good enough shove to pick it up. Wow, that was dangerous. Well, you got all 5 starters back in that offensive line for the Demons from a season ago, and they leaned on them right there. Van Geiger, Skorheim, Saylor, Heupel, and Pennington. As Bonley dropped that snap, picked it up, and the defense couldn't hold off that surging Bismarck offensive line. It's a new set of downs for the Demons. First and 10, Bismarck from their own 48-yard line. Bonley fakes it to Stottinger, gets it to his tight end, and big Parker Gabriel has the grab. Into Shanley territory he goes before John Eaton pushes him out after a gain of 5. Gabriel picked up his 2nd catch of the night. Bonley up to 175 yards passing and breaks a string of 2 passes in a row that were picked off for the Demons. And you got Najee Boyd wide to the left. Scott in the slot to the right now. He goes in motion. Oh, and Bonley dropped it. And he is going to be dropped down. Now it's picked up. And there goes Perkarovich. How about that? Put a cape on that guy. He's got 13 catches. He's got an interception. And now he's got a fumble recovery, return for a touchdown. Have a night. The sophomore, Jacob Perkarovich. Watch this. Bonley just lost the handle, and now it's bouncing and loose. Perkarovich grabs it, and to the house he goes. Bismarck High just turned it over for the 4th time tonight. Perkarovich with the fumble recovery for 6. And now Shanley's going to go for 2, leading by 18. A motion, Mitchell he sheds 1 tackle, and then he's slung out of bounds. 2-point conversion, no good, is knocked down there by Owen Gasper. But we'll send you to break with a Ryan Family Dealership replay of a fumble recovery touchdown for Shanley as they lead 39-21 here with 10:19 to play in the football game.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Well, these guys got a ball player on their team, the name of Jacob Perkarovich. And Perk is going to be, I'm just calling it out right now, he is going to be one of the nominees for the PSP Player of the Week. And if somebody's having a better night than that guy, I'd like to see it as Bismarck High's Stottinger turns it out to the 41-yard line. Here's the numbers for Perkarovich. Let's just repeat these real quick. He's got 13 catches for 105 yards. And on defense, he's intercepted a pass, and he just returned a fumble for a touchdown. That's pretty good. And the wheels have come off here for the Bismarck Demons as they had chances in Shanley territory twice. They threw 2 picks, and then the Perkarovich fumble recovery. As Bismarck High School will hand it off to Sather, and Alessandro Isaac wrestles him down. Sather picks up a couple. Reminder, after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Planning team financial advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. Shanley by 18. Bismarck High's got to go, and that's not going to get her done as you're going to get a false start. And it's going to be Bismarck's 6th penalty of the night. Four turnovers for Bismarck, 3 of them here in the second half. Gonna likely spell doom here for Bismarck on homecoming night. 2nd down and a dozen. Bonley back to pass. Slingshots at left, looking for Scott. That short hops him. Bonley comes out of there holding his calf. He got kicked her. It looks like he's all right. No worse for wear. But Bismarck now facing a 3rd down and 12. And when the Demons have been able to get Bonley on the edge and put some pressure on him, they have forced him to make mistakes. Bonley's back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be dropped. It's not going to go down as a sack, but Sean Cotterba And boy, you guys have been a one-man wrecking crew as well tonight for that defensive line for Shanley. Bonley picks up 3 on the scramble, but it sets up the Demons on a 4th down, and you got a Bismarck Demon that is down and hurt. That might be your quarterback, Hayden Bonley. It looks like he's getting stretched out, and we have an injury timeout. 9:09 to play in the contest. Shanley 39, Bismarck 21 on your BNC National Mix scoreboard.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Mountain State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to...
Interrupts down for a serve for Nelson. As she gets pushed to the ground.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Mountain State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. So if we can make an impact in that community.
Demons drop back into punting situation, and a big punt there. Nicely done, as slamming that thing way back there was Cole Lardy. Going to be down all the way back at the 8-yard line. And that ends up being, we'll count it out here, that'd be 9 and 40. That's a 51-yard punt for Cole Lardy. That evens that average out a little bit. His first one tonight was 5 yards, so well done there, Cole Lardy. All right, here comes Shanley now. There's team leading 39-21. Jax Mattern has chucked it up there, and even 40 times tonight. And now you'd expect Shanley to try to put the Jell-O in the fridge here and close the door as they'll hand it off. Landon Mitchell spun down there after a couple-yard gain. Heupel there from his middle linebacker position to spin him down. Mitchell's got 12 carries, 68 yards in the contest. And we mentioned a reminder after the game, stay tuned as part of our post-game show. We'll bring you our Sport Clips player of the game tonight. MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips. And we'll also bring you our move of the game. Brought to you by Spas, etc. All that part of our post-game tonight. And a reminder, hey fans, vote each week for the PSP Network Player of the Week performance. Nominees posted on social media each Monday with the winner announced on Thursday. Player of the Week is sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Double move. They throw it up top. Jax Mattern looking for his big, tall receiver out there, Michael Holcraft. Covered nicely there by Garrett Randolph. Mattern 32 for 41 now for 260. Thrown 3 touchdowns. Been picked off once. So ran a couple touchdowns in. And on 3rd down and 8, here comes Shanley. Zabel in motion from right to left. Handoff straight up the middle. And Mitchell, check that, Bame, picks up one before Declan Sims. Declan Sims with the hit. Bame gets 2. And now Shanley just playing a little clock management here as the clock drips down to 7:14, 13, 7:12 to play. Next action for Fargo Shanley will be next Friday night. Well, they will host Minot High in their homecoming contest. You can see a good zoom in there, the Shanley huddle. Looks like Jack Smattern will be punting it for the third time tonight on 4th down deep in his own end. Punt is away. Weston Scott has it bounced at the 48, picks it up at his own 46, makes the first guy miss. And there goes Weston Scott. If he gets to the edge, this could be trouble. Scott wheeling and dealing. Flag is down. Scott is 2 inside the 10. Hold the phone, though. This one could be coming back. Flag is all the way back near the 40-yard line. Derek Bame with a touchdown-saving tackle. Man, Weston Scott in space is electric. And, yep, it looks like this one is coming back. Get the official call here. I'll get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Reminder about Ryan Family Dealership. Yep, holding call on the Demons. For over 50 years, trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota has been Ryan Family Dealership. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. Let's see if we can see this here. It could have been right there. As Weston Scott, man, once he made that first guy miss, he was loose. Well, I get a new quarterback into the game, Caden Molenda is going to be your new single caller for the Demons. And he's going to throw it up. He's got his man. Molenda's pass completed to Scholbaum. Perkarovich will shove him out of bounds. Molenda, pass completed for a yard. Caden Molenda, the 5'6", 135-pound sophomore, back up for Hayden Bonley. Goes 1 for 1. Got a yard. Schlombaum's got his first catch of the night. Molenda sends Doctor in motion, and Molenda's back to pass. Rolling left, tries to get to the edge. Oh, and Wesley Sweat Jr. said, nope, you're not getting to the edge, as I set that and made a play. That's where the Orion Family Dealership replay is. Molenda needed to set that one in the pocket. As soon as he started running outside, that's where they were trying to block Wesley Sweat Jr. to, and he blocked him right into Molenda, and that's a big loss on the play of a dozen. And now the Demons facing 3rd down and forever with 5:50 and counting to play in the contest. And it's handed off. And Stottinger tries to get to the edge. Positive gain for 5. Knife down there by John Eaton. Stottinger picks up 4 officially. And the Demons are going to send out the punting unit. And we mentioned next action for the Shanley Deacons will be homecoming next Friday as they'll host Minot High School. Next action for the Bismarck Demons as they will welcome number 1 Fargo Davies to the capital city next week. And back to punt for the Demons, going to be Cole Lardy. High punt's going to bounce to the 28 and roll and be downed at the 21. 36-yard punt for Cole Lardy, and here comes Shanley. Yeah, Coach Matter, we highlighted this in the pregame, couple championships, one in 3A, one in 2A. Everybody thought Shanley was going to win one a couple years ago. And they lost in 2023, finished 11-1, lost 38-35 to Minot High at the Dakota Bowl. Jack Smattern will hand it off. Looks like Derek Bame running up between the tackles. Oh, I beg your pardon, that is Landon Mitchell. Mitchell gets a couple before Ethan Kauk. We'll smother him there. Mitchell with a gain of 1. He's got 13 carries, 69 yards now, as does Landon Mitchell. And tonight's game of fans, as always, brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. This game also brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot and the Marketplace Foods Plaza. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. As Shanley asks for and receives a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. We'll break. 4:06 to play in the contest. It's all Shanley here in the second half. 39-22, the Deacons lead it over the Demons. And we're back after this break on the PSP Network.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Straight ahead running for Shanley. And it's going to be Landon Mitchell again.
Number 9, Landon Mitchell, brought down by the Demons. Number 9, Keaton
Sather with the hits. Mitchell gets 5. Yeah, Shanley making up for lost time from a season ago. Finished 3-6 in the regular season. Were ousted by these Bismarck Demons in the opening round of the playoffs. 42-7. As now Shanley just run the clock down to 10, and now they break the huddle. With 3:20 to play in the contest, Shanley leading by 18. They have it 3rd down and 5. And there goes Mitchell. Oh, he's hit hard by Jonas Kraus. But Landon Mitchell has enough for a first down. He picks up 6. 15 carries, 80 yards now for Landon Mitchell. He's been the workhorse tonight for the Shanley Deacons. I just like what Shanley did tonight. They won the turnover battle. They moved the football effectively in that first half. Running the play clock down now is another handoff straight ahead on 1st and 10. Derek Bame picks up a couple before Jonas Kraus, along with Ethan Kauk, crack him down there. Bame gets 2. Shanley's going to win. This is the 11th all-time meeting between these two teams. Shanley's going to pick up their 7th win now against just 4 Bismarck High wins. And we mentioned that in the pregame in case you missed it. Bismarck High only got 2 losing records all time against 2 different teams, one being these Shanley Deacons, the other one being West Fargo Cheyenne. Mattern on an RPO, flips it out to John Eaton, and he's got a first down. That has been an effective play this evening as Isaiah Doctor has the stop for the Demons, but that's going to be a gain of 8. 33 of 42 for Mattern. 268 yards tonight for the junior, Jax Mattern. Check that, the senior, Jax Mattern, I beg your pardon. And this is how you ice a game away right here. Stay tuned, our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next. Shanley is going to step up, take a knee for Jax Mattern. Doesn't look like Bismarck High is going to expend any timeouts. And Shanley is going to pick up a victory tonight. Deacons are going to move to 3-0 on the campaign. Game where they took the momentum, 21-14, a late touchdown in the first half after Bismarck High had the football in Shanley territory. Looked like the Demons were going to maybe take a lead. Staudinger coughed it up. Shanley recovers the fumble, and off they went. Took a lead with just seconds remaining in the first half. a lead they never relinquished. Manager's just going to take a snap here and take a knee. And that's going to be it. Clock is going to run out. You see father saying, congratulations, son. And the Deacons, as mentioned, are going to move to 3-0. Bismarck High falls to 2-1. Clock will expire here in about 15 seconds. Two teams will shake hands, and we'll come back with our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame show. It's the final from the Community Bowl tonight. Shanley 39, Bismarck 21 as number 4 defeats number 3 tonight in Bismarck.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Our Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Jacob Perkarovich, man, put a cape on this guy tonight. It's okay. Big win. 2 trips now to Bismarck Mandan and another W tonight. Offense, defense, everything was clicking. That had to feel good.
Yes, it did. Yeah, and it really just kind of shows,
coming to the West twice, and we're just kind of sending a message back to the East when we're coming back and playing our rivals.
Man, you guys saw something with that Demon defense tonight for yourself. I had you unofficially for 13 catches. What was working with that passing game? What was clicking tonight between you and Jax Mattern?
We were just kind of dominating the edges, and we just kind of clicking tonight. We were just hitting, firing on all cylinders, and we just had a nice night.
And defense, I mean, you guys forced 4 turnovers tonight for yourself, a pick and a fumble recovery. Walk us through that fumble recovery that you just saw laying there and got to take to the house.
Yeah, I saw our DN, Sean Cutterbott, and he went up, hit the quarterback, and then I saw the ball pop out, and it was fun. I saw it bounce, and I just took off to the races. I just never looked back.
And as the rain's starting to fall here, last question for you. You had maybe the catch of the year right down here in the corner of the end zone, maybe a one-hander. It's going to be on our PSP highlight reel. To walk us through that play.
I went deep, I went up, and I just tried to track the ball, and I just tried to my best. And I think I tipped it to myself, and I just tried to hold it in and hope I caught it.
You're going to have to watch that replay on PSP just to see. You told me you may have blacked out a little bit.
I had no idea what it was. I just caught it.
That's good stuff. Hey, great game tonight. Great win for you guys.
Yes, thank you.
All right, that's Jacob Pergorovich. We'll come back with more of our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame after this break on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day. Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Back on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shanley stays undefeated, 39-21 victory for the Bismarck Demons, your BNC Bank scoreboard. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, get filled up in a delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. All right, a couple things we've got to take care of here as they're starting to clear the stadium here as we had some lightning just clap a little bit, and so they're going to close up the community bowl and kick us out of here. So we'll get the couple things taken care of here on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. First off, a quick look at some of the post-game numbers, as there was some impressive things tonight. As well we do that, we'll run a little Ryan Family Dealership game rewind of some highlights. As Bismarck got 2 touchdowns tonight from Hayden Bonley, including a 70-yarder to Isaiah Dr. Weston Scott had 3 catches, including a touchdown. Bonley was 11 of 17 for 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the football game as the Demons turned it over 4 times. They were fumbled twice and were picked off twice tonight. As the leading rusher for the Demons, Deegan Stottinger, 9 carries, 35 yards. Actually, Petron had 7 carries, 37 yards to pace the way for Bismarck High. Shanley threw it 42 times tonight for the arm of Jax Matter and completed 33 of them unofficially for 268 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mattern had a couple rushing touchdowns as well. Landon Mitchell, 15 carries for 80 yards. He also had 2 touchdown receptions tonight, as did Kai Zabel in a 19-yarder. And Jacob Perkarovich, you're going to hear his name quite a bit here coming up, is 13 catches, 105 yards unofficially. Is I will challenge anybody to announce a game and keep stats when Shanley is doing what they do when they're running a snap about every 15 seconds. So when I say unofficially, I mean unofficially. Shanley punted it 3 times tonight. They were penalized a bunch. There's 10 penalties accepted against them. Shanley had the 1 turnover tonight that was Declan Sims' interception tonight. All right, fans, that's a wrap on the numbers tonight. And thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing that highlight package as we put a wrap on the broadcast tonight. But first, we've got to give you our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Spas Etc. Spas Etc. brings you this move of the game. You can find a massive inventory and next-level sales team to help you in the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Spas Etc. in the capital city of Bismarck. And your move of the game tonight comes from none other than that super sophomore, Jacob Perkarovich, brings you the move of the game, and it was the dagger. As Bismarck High, looking like they were dropping back to pass, the ball comes loose. Guess who? Perkarovich picks it up, takes it 42 yards to pay dirt, and that is your move of the game tonight. I get that official yardage here in just a second. I want to see exactly where Perkarovich picks it up. No, it's going to be 36 yards. I beg your pardon. Perkarovich to the house tonight, and that's your Spas Etc. move of the game tonight. Bring your spa to the next level. Spas, etc., massive inventory, next level sales team help you find the perfect spa or game for your rec room. It's Spas, etc. It's the move of the game tonight. Quick glance at our upcoming schedule next week. 4-pack of volleyball for you on Tuesday. Summer Swing, it's the final episode of that here on Wednesday. A couple volleyball games. Football on Thursday night, and then a 5-pack of football for you again next Friday. That'll be the 19th of September as we wheel our way closer and closer to playoff football and the Dakota Bowl here in the state of North Dakota. All right, fans, last thing for us tonight, it's our MVP of the contest, brought to you by Sport Clips, where they got the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips, they keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Well, Jax Mattern throws it for 268 yards and 3 touchdowns, rushes it for 2 touchdowns, so he counts for 5 TDs tonight. But, man, the MVP this evening has to be Jacob Perkarovich. 13 catches, 105 yards, an interception, a fumble recovery for a touchdown. That is a yeoman's effort right there. And here's the catch from the first half. We'll just call it the catch. As watch this grab by Perkarovich. 28 yards and watch this one-hander. At the end of that, it was ruled a completed catch. Perkarovich, yeah, put a cape on that guy tonight. 100 yards receiving, interception, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And there's your MVP of the contest tonight for the Shanley Deacons as they improve their record to 3-0 in the season. Bismarck High falls to 2-1. Shanley has a date with Minot next Friday night. Bismarck High will be at home against Fargo Davies. Again, your MVP, Jacob Perkarovich. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. All right, fans, that'll put a wrap on it tonight. Big thanks to our crew as we had a host of them tonight is helping us out this evening throughout the course of the broadcast. We had John Haugen and Aaron Wald running and cameras and producing for us tonight. Harper Miller filling in for us. Spotting for us tonight was Amber Vetter. And I'm Todd Domrys, repeating your final score from the MDU Resources Community Bowl in Bismarck. Shanley stays undefeated with a 39-21 victory over the Bismarck Demons. Thanks for joining us, fans, and until next time, so long from the capital city as the Deacons stay undefeated.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit off. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.